Hello, radiant woman. You. I want to begin by taking a deep breath together. So, whenever you're ready, just stop what you're doing and call all your life force energy back home to your body, wherever it's been, off there in the future, wondering what's next and what you got to do, and just calling it back into your body. All you have to do is intend, and you're bringing your energy back home and scooping it up from the past. What happened yesterday? What happened 5 minutes ago? What happened 10 years ago? Just bringing your life force energy to the present moment where we can be here and take a deep breath together and arrive for something very important. So on the count of 3, we're going to inhale together, and we're going to inhale any last bits of ourselves, bringing it all back home. 1, 2, 3. And on the exhale, releasing anything and everything that is not serving you in this moment, so you can arrive here with me so I can share something really important. So here we are together at last. We've arrived. And I want to share more about what is the heroine's journey path and why is it so important that we do this now, and what are the benefits to doing this together in this sacred space of the heroine's journey program. So first and foremost, what is the heroine's journey path? It's what I'm calling the heroine's journey path, is this embodied path back into wholeness. It's a feminine path, and it's an invitation for women to come back into wholeness, into their empowerment, into our empowerment, because I'll be on this journey with you. So, what is so important about embodied wholeness? Freaking everything. Freaking everything. When you are living in your embodied wholeness on a consistent basis, you are stepping into your sovereignty, which means you're no longer asking permission to be who you are. You're no longer looking outside of yourself for acceptance, for acknowledgement, for love, because all of that is found within when you are living, and it's an ongoing journey. So it's a showing up for it every day. The heroine's journey is ongoing, and embodiment requires that you say yes to embodiment every single day. So it's not like some retirement where you arrive and then it's done. You can just lay back and drink your Mai Tai and it's over. That's an illusion. It's an illusion. The truth is we have to keep saying yes and showing up bigger and bigger every moment. So this is an invitation. It's a high-level invitation to step into wholeness in a bigger way than you ever have before, no matter where you're starting from. It's an invitation to expand bigger into who you are by accepting yourself and loving yourself at greater and greater levels. So, what do you gain by through this process of embodiment? Well, freaking everything. You get your freedom, right? You get your ultimate freedom. Now, I want to speak to something deeper than your ego right now. And that's why I had us take a deep embodied breath and to get really present, because unless you're really present in this here and now, so keep breathing, keep arriving, feel your hands, feel your feet, be here so that a bigger part of you can hear what I'm saying, can feel what I'm saying, because it's not about really the words, because there are codes underneath the words. I'm reaching in to connect with you, to the bigger part of you, the big you with a capital whatever, the capital S for self, right? The higher self, the part of you that knows this and knows that we all need to come together and awaken together. Like we need each other to lift each other up. Like we can no longer do this alone, right? We're no longer on that wounded masculine journey trying to survive in a patriarchy. No, the patriarchy is breaking down, and something, dare I say new, because it's ancient, right? There's this ancient wisdom that we're being invited to tap into, and we can do that more effectively together, right? Because we need each other to be loving, compassionate mirrors for one another to do the deeper work, right? And so we need more and more containers that are deeply safe for this embodied work. And here's the cool thing, is that how it's coming through right now is that there's an opportunity for us to do this work in a very joyful, playful, pleasure-filled way, right? And to redefine what joy is, right? Because I feel like we've had a very limited definition of what joy is, because joy is not a spiritual bypass. And spiritual bypass is everywhere right now, because of course we want to feel good. But here's the thing, if we really want to feel good, we have to be willing to feel all of it, right? All of it. Instead of denying the painful things, it's like we have to lean in and be willing to feel it, to be vulnerable enough to feel the depths of ourselves, to meet ourselves with deeper and deeper levels of love. And this expands our capacity for joy, for living a joy-filled life, right? Because if we're only trying to feel the feel goods and those, what all the positive affirmations are doing, and, only staying and being willing to feel what feels, what we've defined as pleasurable, well, we're denying a whole other part of ourselves. We're basically shoving down and wounding ourselves more deeply, right? Because it's like those parts are rising up, and we saw that a lot. We've seen that a lot in the past, definitely in this past year. It's like shit was coming up, these epic eclipses, Scorpio eclipse, oh my god. Stuff was coming up to get really seen and witnessed and loved, ultimately loved. And so for myself, in doing that work last year, which is why you have not seen me It's because I've been deep in this work, and of course in my one-on-one work with women, but just deep within myself, uncovering layers upon layers of aspects of myself that I'd shoved down, ancestral pieces, going down into that and finding them and loving, blasting these parts with love. And this is the deep level of shadow work that is, it's powerful and wonderful. It's wonderful. And so this heroine's journey that I'm inviting you into, and I've been talking about, well, just a little bit, right? I'm not on social media a lot, but I'm working on getting here more and more, just raising. I brought all my crystals literally from all areas of my house, inside and out, and I'm filling them into this room to bring it here in this high vibrational way so that you can feel it as if you're here with me in this room, feeling the vibe of the crystals and also the codes that are coming through me, for through my mouth, through my voice, for you to share this heroine's journey path, which is a beautiful sacred container that's spirit guided for embodiment, which means expanding our capacity to love ourselves. And as we do that through deep self-forgiveness, through coming to a beautiful relationship with that inner judge that's been, harshly stabbing us in the unconscious for way too long, and making good relations with all parts of ourselves, loving ourselves so deeply, being able to stand in the wholeness of the goddess, the higher self, the who we came here to be, that embodied, empowered, sovereign priestess, whatever you want to call it, your true self, the part of you who is here for all of it, this whole journey you've been on up to this point and beyond, to sit at the high seat of the table with all the other parts of you seated at the table too, and in this loving communion, sharing, breaking the bread, drinking the wine together on your soul's mission, whatever that is. It doesn't matter what that is your soul's calling, but whatever it is, it's deeply important that it feels free to express, that it's no longer waiting for a time when you're healed enough, or waiting for a time when you feel like you've learned enough. No, the time is now, and you have everything you need, and we're all in it with you, and we're doing this together. And so I'm really excited to and honored to be called, and the truth is, I spirit has been calling me to do this for a couple of years now, to hold this specific container, and I've honestly been saying, hang on, I got some more work to do, hang on, let me do the thing. So I get it, and like 2023 is the time. It's time for us to step into our sovereignty. And as we do that, we are releasing codes for each other, and we're sending out, we're reverberating this wholeness and giving others the opportunity to awaken. So, I mean, that's what's going on in my head. But for you, if that may be it. You may be somebody who is holding containers for other women. In that case, I highly encourage you to come on in, because we need to live it to give it, right? We need to be embodying this at higher and higher levels and receiving the downloads so that we can hold safer and safer spaces for others. And you may be saying, no, that's not my path. I just really want to, figure out who I am and what I'm doing. I know I'm meant for more, whatever it is, or you've got some healing to do, it, and you've been putting it off. Well, this is a safe container, and I'm making it really accessible. I'm making it so accessible. So when you look in the link, there is a super duper early bird pricing. So you can do this, and you can even split it in 4 payments. I'm making this so accessible, well, because Spirit told me to make it really accessible. Because we all need to do this, and we need to do it together. And I need it too, as this is being created, and as women are saying, yes, it's like the pieces are coming together, and we're holding hands, and we're going to be lifting each other up here in this space. So did I say what I wanted to say? What is the heroine's journey? It's the feminine path to embodied wholeness. Why is it important? Because we came here to do something. Our soul came here to do something, and it's time for us to access our soul. And we can't really do that if we're living in fractured parts of ourselves, right? Wounded parts of ourselves. We need to scoop all those parts up, become whole. So all parts of ourselves are on the same mission to be who we came here to be, and share joy and love, authentic joy and love, right? And authentic joy and love is unconditional, and it's not just authentic joy and love for the fun, joyful pieces. It's for all of it, so that you're able to meet whatever comes, and stuff comes, right? Stuff comes along your path. Death comes, and the more whole you are, and the more you are sitting in deep holding of yourself, moment by moment, the easier it is to find acceptance for what happens in life, to move into and accept challenges that come along. And they do. We get small bumps in the road, and we get big ones. And so this path is going to be healing on many levels, and it's going to be fun. We're going to do it in a joy-filled way, and we're going to be healing our relationship with each other, because this is huge for women. It's like we've got to trust each other, and we have hurt each other. And so a part of this path is healing those wounds in the ways that we've hurt each other. It's going to be about deep levels of forgiveness. And forgiveness is expansive. It's like taking off a really heavy backpack and just dropping it off the cliff and just shaking free. And listen, when we do get to the end of our journey here, in this particular form, we want to be as light as possible, so we can pass on to the light, right? So we can do that work now, and I want to do it together. And so this journey, the heroine's journey, is an opportunity to go deep, to dive deep in a love-filled, joyful way. And I'm super excited to invite you. So if you're feeling the call, even if you're feeling this, like, yikes, I don't know. Really? I don't know. I just want to invite you to lean in and take some deep breaths and feel into, like, get your head out of it, right? Get your head out of the way, breathe in and feel into it. Is there any level of excitement for what might be possible in this container? And it's going to be an online container. However, there will be an opportunity for us to get together in person at the end. And yeah, I'm super excited about this, obviously. And I want you to be there if you're feeling called to be here. If now is the time, click on the link, find out more, see the incredibly accessible investment, and say yes. And I'm going to, like, scoop you up in a fluffy blanket of, like, welcome, because I want you here. And I can't wait to meet you if we haven't met yet. But you're here for a reason, and you're in my field. So this offering is for you. And I hope you have a beautiful, love-filled day. Mm, mm.